See ya wabre enti ese ye hwe no ho asem ene ye ka enti enemu ema afre de omokoba ase enam se ewiase ya emit carbon dioxide enu na pollute environment no ye kwa akohia no ma hia wo nkronkro bebre so na Paris ene ko wie se eho de ewiase nyina ekwa akodi atum se tintanto afi carbon dioxide emission we ba bitwam afi enti Paris treaty no na ye meeting bi a na hia pa e ba Pope Francis
yo
or the letter be Laudato Si e ba say ese we are president for nyina emma climate change asem na hu hia wo mo fi say sani asase ya abre no no bodie or say we are setting one day aside sani asase be gina home no de ni dawura wo bo a de say ye di kwasi ada e be ye
e di ama asase no
obo ade enso e wo de da o se emfa ni ahome na we mi sheda ye be hwe first video because then some are can e wo telling effect ye ba COVID-19
okay
butai no a enti en hwe sa first video
right yam ko hwe first video mrada meka o se obetime no messages na afa 0240270671 0240270671 odo messages ne fa wa be kenkan e dia mawo eye radio friend Rahel nyameche owo kwapa guest house kwapa koko guest house Kumasi atonsu ana no pan yenimisa wo hwe Cap Africa yam wachen abusa yanko ne ko first video mfamra o se Pope Francis moving steadily to promote Sunday rest. First video, Pope Francis moving steadily to promote Sunday rest. Yanko has a video no Emra. To promote Sunday rest.
This is Mark Fox of Forever Free Ministries bringing you another edition of Breaking Prophetic News. Did you know that Pope Francis has promoted Sunday rest at least 7 times since he was installed as the 266th Pope with a worldwide flock of 1.2 billion people and with immeasurable political and religious influence far beyond his own church? Pope Francis has wasted no time in catapulting his multifaceted agenda front and center over the last few years. And this year of 2016 and beyond is already huge with prophetic implications. The August 2015 issue of National Geographic magazine, showcasing the catchy front page title, Pope Francis Remakes the Vatican, says, quote, "The man who told his friends that he needed to start making changes right now does not have time on his side." His comment this spring that his papacy might last only 4 or 5 years did not surprise his Argentine friends. Pope Francis has confirmed his realization that he must work hard and fast to accomplish his agenda by pushing to have America and the world's nations embrace his stand on the environment. During his recent trip to America, Pope Francis fervently promoted his environmental encyclical letter, Laudato Si, or Praised Be, at the United Nations and before the joint session of the United States Congress. But most of the world seems to overlook what the Pope inserted as part of the package, namely Sunday rest. Now, there can be no doubt that one of the primary goals of Pope Francis is to vigorously promote Sunday rest. Here are some very interesting excerpts from his letter regarding Sunday rest. The biblical tradition clearly shows that this renewal entails recovering and respecting the rhythms inscribed in nature by the hand of the Creator. We see this, for example, in the law of the Sabbath. On the 7th day, God rested from all his work. He commanded Israel to set aside each 7th day as a day of rest, a Sabbath. A change in lifestyle could bring healthy pressure to bear on those who wield political, economic, and social power. This is what consumer movements accomplish by boycotting certain products. Next, Sunday, like the Jewish Sabbath, is meant to be a day which heals our relationships with God, with ourselves, with others, and with the world. Sunday is the day of the resurrection, the first day of the new creation. In other words, the Pope is telling us that Sunday is the day of the resurrection, and hence the first day of the new creation. The Pope is saying that Sunday is also a sign of a new start for a tired planet. He is saying that planet Earth is rapidly deteriorating, our environment is in jeopardy, the Earth's desperate condition demands immediate attention, the world must unite to put a healthy pressure on the government to enforce laws to protect our common home. Pope Francis is saying that keeping the Sabbath on Sunday will help the moral and social climate, and that will end up helping the physical climate, the environment. Pope Francis is calling for a new lifestyle which includes Sunday rest. The very same day, June 18, that Praised Be was released worldwide, President Barack Obama issued this official statement from the White House. Quote, "I welcome His Holiness Pope Francis encyclical and deeply admire the Pope's decision to make the case clearly, powerfully, and with the full moral authority of his position for action on global climate change. I believe the United States must be a leader in this effort, which is why I am committed to taking bold actions at home and abroad to cut carbon pollution, to increase clean energy and energy efficiency, to build resilience in vulnerable communities, and to encourage responsible stewardship of our natural resources." You know, the devil always mixes truth and error, good and evil, and this collaborative effort of the Pope and the President, the Vatican and the White House, is a case in point. This is simply another event that is solidifying a template upon which America and the Roman papal power will join forces to impose and enforce a national Sunday law that will appear in the best interests of America and the rest of the world.
Right, and we share your first video. Pope Francis moving steadily to promote Sunday rest. Now, Papa and Samawaka and Yanamawa, Pope A2, linked to a year former American President Barack Obama. I said the offer H.A. Muneno, Ejina Asem. So now, my question is, in the Yami Oboni Yasem, our bony pay, we will not see young one year nor so near some one piano. No, there's any way in our bank to one young Samuno. When we got of us will continue and obey protect Chamayana of an enemy massman Ibisa.
What's will be standing in a say? And then Obadia no crane, and I bet Dania and Unti. Am I sure about betting once? Yeah, church and Yemem. Now, one more my Iraqo Faber, you know, only who's a say in a net and I'm back. See, if it's there, can be a cancer. Ubi a bon sama, and you know what they be a old tia the Oba the Dubai. It's Oba the so the 7 day. Ah, your cousin, you wouldn't say, Memin da Badia, or so there be Missy because he had a baby. Oh, pussy. And you know, Pope Francis, I need that social environmental crisis now, ban. And your President Trump, never knows it there be. So, almost I made a man ratify. Me have in Ambabema American industry, no so Ababe Jumebi. In the end, there's a beer, me, the enemy qua. Maybe I do Obeban in the Obepinus. It is America for Namaki. Nanka, a twa, and Gaeneno. If we are seeing presidents, any Abaya who do na Tintin, that's it. Kusiada, any da, as a Dijia,
Sasia, and
Jana whom we Kusiada. Ah, you will say a minute. And the crisis in the divide. And you know, Yaba COVID-19
already we said no canon. And we saw call Jew for my or member that say Sabbath day. It is also Bassa Chincha, Quasiada Sabbath day. When the white Basson tem, so poses Sabbath day to the Hoffa baby. So we dear, you're the master, Seno, Angela Home. But in other words, you know, we're creating a home. Okay. If I know we are seeing a young sir. We are seeing Huna. Oh, man, because oh, and I think COVID-19 and no swama. Yaobekaya.
eba ene mfiti ase WHO fo anya ho hwe afi achi ne ase eden global pandemic.
Yes.
Na insusanso ne dey country started so mo ye lockdown. The lockdown no dey e dey ba ene say countries economies started say yes. It's a COVID-19 ama yenya global pandemic dia. E say global solution.
Yes.
Na global solution na virus no. Ene ebe so jade atu na se.
Nye vaccine bi ne ekope.
Enye no botaye a enti a ye de ba ye no ya last week ubeka ya. Busumuru
Fianan.
aka bibi say 21st century no UN ede a new policy bi ene eba.
Yes.
Yes, I be here no. Yes, it be the agenda 21. And no na eba.
Yes.
And I say aba. Ye be start. And on the period that the best start no year 2030.
2030.
Sabre na sustainable development goals no.
Yes.
Do ni maturity. Je kwa ko he baby e. You know, and also say eba. Na the attorney say World Economic Forum. Owura no oye chairman, oye founder no. Ye fly no Klaus Schwab.
Okay.
Klaus Schwab. Ono na Agra obe introduce Kofi Annan. Ono ye fly no Klaus Schwab.
Agra boss.
Ono na ye founder and chairman of World Economic Forum. Now World Economic Forum na ye platform bia e won Davos, Switzerland. Emre bia no presidents any businessmen omu koshia kotoatoa ye pese edi ba wiase ho ne ekodwindwini policy a edi ba wiase
Okay.
on be ba nso no eno ana na ye ba be
Be juma.
nti o mo na o chance no say say dey COVID-19 aya window of opportunity eso no mo boa o ka no window of opportunity basa na ma hihya ato ho ye pese ye say na ba say ya ye di say aba also ba be funu wi ase ase we window of opportunity ese say e mani ko na ye na de ohu ya what me ahihya de odi be ba na na de ban o me de ban say e see etimi bubu e wi ase economy no structure ni nyina because entimi solve problem there in the 21st century here.
Okay.
Name we are the new structure ediba. Now this time no a global governance system. Your friend with the Great Reset.
Samamba.
The Great Reset no. Omo can be say COVID-19 no buy no. Lockdown buy shutdowns buy no. Countries the omo ye say obi anya ne skeleton staff.
Yes.
Omo na equipment Ghana can say essential services.
Yes.
Ena ye be bo ma pretty. So unye essential service at the Enuma ku bebre no omo skeleton staff. Ni ame baba. Ave no em mobo e wo fi. Ye ka so obo nyina amre fi. Na nke kan so nko adwuma kwa nka em nka be me de me me tinche mu go tem bia mekọ a me pese me ni ko di nkomo bia no mo ye conference calls no mo ye London funie Accra no 3 places and sana almost site abeko so bia 4 hours
and work from home no
we are was site in team report was ade ama email. And you know I mean mobile. And you know COVID-19 by a skeleton staff to me ye man you ma course no. Almost say and no new structure no. And me yen sanko ye near man near ye no first look. Joy ya man do man. That's a own kind essential service staff no one who drink.
Yes. We announcement. I'm a prophecy.
It is here no senior TNU BMUNDIA. Then go create office space. Then pay nipa bebre because the nipa kakra bi atme ama business is run here. I didn't see high. Enti no wɔn ɛde ɛno aba na wɔn yɛ virtual forum bi wei wɔ ha na wɔn a wɔn kɔɛ no class one ɔno ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres ɛwɔ hɔ ɛna IMF Managing Director Christina Georgieva ɔno nso wɔ hɔ ɛna Prince Charles wɔn nyinaa kɔ ɔbɛnkorɔ sɛ window no aba no ekura mu twɛ yɛ mɛnkɔ njɛ da yɛnkɔhwɛ video no
yɛnkɔhwɛ second video no ɛmfamra to din sɛ World Economic Forum and the Great Reset ɛdin yɛ Spiro Skouras report, right? But before that, I say I'm Nyameche from Dunkwao. God bless you all. And then we also say, please, I need the number of the herbal man. Okay, but to be at the right time. Were there any infection disease more than this COVID-19? So the account say me corona is making the great rich. Oh, hey, happy Father's Day to you all teachers. May God grant you with more years and free the mind of Ghanaians. But I want you to wish my baby I had in Patria and we show her intimate so here. Hi, I'm Emmanuel from Abrepo Junction. In fact, I'm enjoying the show. Keep it up. You are educating us. Okay. I say agents from Asankran Bremen keep on opening our eyes. Okay, Yamfa we enter as well. I say great teachers. I'm watching you live from OT region. Thank you for your teachings. I'm Bismarck. And then I strongly believe in God Almighty that we shall triumph in praises and divine glory. May God be with us all. Memfa we in control. Wake up Africa. You are doing good. I'm watching you from Ahafu Kenya. Say Agbele Shi Egato Ayivi Folly. Thanks. When the minister just say put the la now we pronouncing the Guma Sumana sign the brother Edi Ewaha. I was going a second video Nemra the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset. Spiro Skouras report Yanko na Yanko share CCI
We've all heard the phrase never let a good crisis go to waste, and I would say that applies even if the crisis is engineered. We've also heard the phrase order out of chaos, which is a strategy that I believe we are seeing unfold before our eyes. Now, I'm sure that many of you are familiar with the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution. If you have a goal of, let's say, global governance, you may not be able to just roll this out because you'll be met with resistance, and there may be little to no justification for this agenda. So you engineer a crisis. In this case, a global health pandemic, a scenario we have seen war-gamed in documents such as the 2010 Rockefeller Lockstep document and Event 201, the tabletop exercise and simulation of a global coronavirus pandemic. That was sponsored by the World Economic Forum, Johns Hopkins, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which took place last October. This crisis, which I believe to be engineered, produces a desired response. A controlled demolition of the global economy, wiping out the middle class, creating more dependency upon the government in the form of stimulus money and bailouts, which essentially equate to ownership. We experienced the authoritarian lockdowns, which was the conclusion of the Rockefeller Lockstep document on how to mitigate this crisis. Now, we are also witnessing massive civil unrest under the guise of seeking social justice and ending inequalities and systemic racism, as they call it, when in reality, these riots are nothing more than an organized destabilization operation, much like the ones we have seen the U.S. and the CIA carry out in countless countries before they topple their governments and install puppet regimes. This is a planned operation. So back to the problem, reaction, solution strategy. We have the engineered problem, COVID-19. We have the reaction, the economic collapse and the civil unrest, and now it's time for the solution, a solution which has already been predetermined, prepackaged, and ready to roll out. The solution was just announced by the World Economic Forum, the same World Economic Forum who asked Johns Hopkins to host Event 201. Their solution is what they are calling the Great Reset, an initiative that was officially launched this week. Now, the Great Reset is not a new idea that they just made up over the weekend, okay? This is a long-standing global governance agenda which ties into the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which seeks to regulate, control, and redefine all aspects of life as we know it. And in June of last year, the United Nations and the World Economic Forum formed a strategic partnership to accelerate the implementation of the UN 2030 Agenda. Now, here is a quote from the World Economic Forum about the Great Reset.